Yeah, so anything or per day. So it's anything from 100 to like 350, something like that. Well, we max out at 400. So our largest kind of the largest packages that we offer, we do around about 400. We try not to do more than 400 a day because, again, that's something we've realised is kind of a limit. You don't want to be sending more than that because then G Suite starts to suspect that this is not a human doing this, and it's unlikely they're going to be sending more than 400 a day. So that's kind of our top end, really. And if we want to do more outreach than 400 per day, then we just add more email accounts and additional personas as part of the outreach, essentially.
Okay. And I have to imagine that you are getting responses back. So if you send out too many, you may not be able to reply in a timely manner. Just like you mentioned, you need to be able to strike. So there's some balance that you have to figure out. But whatever, 300-400 is probably like the max you would want to even try.
Yeah, and I mean, you'll get plenty of emails back in your inbox every day by doing this as part of the conversation. I've done quite a lot of outreach over the years through doing SEO, and this is kind of one of this feels more genuine to me, although it's automated. And it sounds a bit the wrong way around, but you think about when you're reaching out for a guest post, right? It's it's very fake, right? It's like, I love your website. I've been a reader for a while. I'd love to work with you and get a link from you. And it feels really not genuine to me. And I've never really liked doing outreach in that way because I don't like to feel like I'm not being genuine. And whereas with this approach, okay, we're sending a lot of emails, right? And therefore there's hitting a lot of inboxes. However, once you do kind of actually start sending emails to them, you're being very genuine because you want to, some sites you want to do more than just get the link. You do want to build a relationship because there's other ways that you can work together on stuff. So it feels more genuine. It sounds back to front, but it seems feels more genuine to me because I'm never writing that email really that is the one that's trying to suck up to the person at the other end. Yeah, so it's yeah.
Okay,
that's how.
Very good. And let's go back to the actual content. So you talked about, it's kind of like reverse keyword research. You actually want it to be, it sounds like pretty popular, well searched, and generally more competitive. And that allows you to find more prospects. Did I get that reasoning correct?
Yep, absolutely, yeah.
And when you actually write the content, do you have any special tips with formatting or approaching the content, or is it pretty much a standard exercise of writing an informational essay?
Yeah, it's an informational article, but I think that what we would say is that, okay, it's a cliche, but to be link worthy, right? The article needs to be link worthy. So it can't be just a bog standard 1,000-word article. Okay, 1,000 words, you could say a lot in 1,000 words, and that's good, but it's not maybe in depth enough to be really interest somebody to want to share it with their audience. So that's the way you got to think about it when you're reaching out to these people. The ultimate goal with the skyscraper approach is that we get a link from an existing article on our prospect site, linking back to our skyscraper article for free. So the ultimate goal with skyscrapers, we don't want to pay for the links. So in order to do that, they've got to like the article enough that they want to share it with their audience. So if you think about it from that perspective, and when you're writing an article, is this something that's so good that they want to share? Because it's quite a high bar. I mean, if you think about yourself and your blog, if you want to share something with your audience, you've probably got quite a high bar there, Doug, about what you're going to share. That's the way you've got to think about it. So a lot of the content that we write is in-depth kind of guides. So it's like the ultimate guide to X, and we try and cover off kind of every aspect within that topic in good detail. I mean, not super in-depth because it would be 40,000 words maybe or more, but generally a 5,000 word kind of guide is kind of what we look at. And then the other thing about the articles is that we generally create bespoke artwork or bespoke illustrations to go with the articles as well, because we don't want to be the same as every other article that's out there that's got the same stock photography as all the others, because if they've already linked to that article or a similar article, why would they link to it again? So it's like how it looks and actually the content itself. Is it going to be interesting to their audience? So I think that's the things you should consider most. Yeah.
And one thing that I can offer up, although I haven't done this specifically, is if you have data, if you can either pull together data from multiple sources, and we're talking like actual statistics, and then create the artwork for that actual set of statistics, even if it's not I mean, if you can get original data, that's fantastic. But if you can curate the data from other places, do that as, basically an infographic, that's something that people potentially will try to find and, take your image and then hopefully link back to you. You can actually like research that in the future to go say, hey, you're using my image, you need to link back. But also it does
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about, Mark, where people see that, oh, this is actually a little bit different than all the other sites that are asking for this same kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And what I would say again, though, with the depends how you do it. But what I would say, if you're going to go for the infographic route, people have seen that a lot, and it again just needs to be really good. So if you're just going to do a really basic infographic with 4 data points on it, that's kind of not interesting. It's going everywhere. You're not going to get links. So either there's got to be vast amounts of data that kind of all brought together is kind of really interesting, or it's got to be kind of unique data to yourself. But it's as well, the artworks, it's got to be next level as well. I always think with the artwork, because people have seen so many infographics over time, and there's lots of tools that help you build them now, and icons, and you can use out of the just stock. But again, you just got to think it's got to stand out from every other infographic that you've ever seen. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and actually,
98%. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, and actually, what I meant was to have like a small infographic on your shotgun or on the skyscraper content, so that there's custom graphics, it's really good content, and there's some data on there. So like, really, I've found more success like stacking ideas together, where I did like a guest posting campaign on top of a skyscraper campaign. Like that worked pretty good, because again, you're stacking things together, which is why like the shotgun skyscraper. And then if you could throw custom graphics, like you said, that's a great way to differentiate from all the other people that are publishing similar content.
Yeah, exactly like what we did for your skyscraper piece. So we used about 20 different data points, which were just publicly available statistics, right? But it kind of added, we didn't put it into one graphic, it was kind of distributed throughout the article. So it kind of added, it's kind of interesting snippets of data that you kind of read as you kind of reading through the article. And that's kind of bespoke graphics, I guess, along the way there. So that works quite well as well.